Fight the boss that gave everyone a lot of trouble when they were kids. One of the two.
Boss the game, everyone a lot of trouble. How much pizza's left here?
I'm gonna say, you're the only one who's been eating out of that box, so
Yeah.
whatever you left,
Well, that's true.
that is an accurate
I'm
statement.
gonna eat more pizza.
Ah, buggery boo!
Brought to you by this pizza.
Which is from?
A pizza place.
Just opened a pizza joint called A Pizza Place.
Yeah, that's what that show was about. Two guys, a girl, and a pizza place.
That was the name of the establishment.
As far as I'm aware, that's where Ryan Reynolds got his start. You know him, right?
I do.
Yep.
He's the one that everyone likes to complain about whenever they cast him for anything, but then he's actually generally pretty good.
People complain about him?
That's been my experience.
Huh. I've never heard anybody complain about him.
Fudge.
I've heard people complain about a thing that he's been in. Singular one thing that he's been in, being Green Lantern.
Seems like every time he has been cast, like not necessarily after the movie's out, like oh shit, like people didn't like Green Lantern. I don't really know why. I thought Green Lantern was pretty good actually, not mind blowing, but pretty.
I mean,
good.
I'm not big on the character, so I never got around to watching it. Just like I haven't watched any of the Thor movies.
I mean, granted, I nod at that, but like I don't watch any of those pretty much. Period.
Yeah. Like I pretty much end up watching the not Iron. I gave it all away. I wound up watching Avengers because of Iron Man. That's pretty much it. And then because Captain America 3 was essentially
It was
Avengers.
3. Yeah.
I went and watched the Captain America movies, and I'm like, oh wait, no, I really like Captain America as well.
That's if there's one thing, despite anything else, that Marvel has done well with their movies, it's that they've gotten more people to like the characters than originally liked them by use of the movies, which is a good thing, and that's, if anything, that's really what the movies ought to be doing.
Yeah.
In general. But of course, you have to be willing to go actually watch them in the first place.
But then, like...
But... Oh god! Wow, that was... Why did you not dash, you dumb robot person?
God!
I hit the button so much!
But yeah, Captain America 3, or whatever it was called, the Civil War.
Oh god.
Like that, it was weird because after watching that, I was like, I wish I hadn't become so invested in the character of Captain America over the first two movies, because I hated him in that one.
I assume that's because of his position in the
It's more
quote-unquote Civil War.
It's actually more of how he handles his position in the Civil War than like his position specifically.
Well, from my understanding, that'll fit really well with the original comic, which was apparently not good, and where everyone was a giant asshole.
Yeah, but everybody hated Iron Man in that one.
Both of them. They're both giant assholes in the comic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's not a matter of one of them was a real shitbag and the other wasn't. Nah, they were both really bad.
Because, yeah, in the movie, it's like, yeah, you made a valid point about Iron Man being self-centered, but also he's right. Whereas, you know, from what I understood in the comic book, it was like, he's a giant dick, and he's not right, and...
Actually, in the comic, it was they're both giant dicks, and then the head writer explicitly said that he considered the pro-registration side correct. Which pissed off pretty much everyone, because the whole point of that comic was to have a philosophical discussion about two valid points.
But in that one, that would mean that Captain America was correct. Because he was pro-registration in the comic.
No.
Yeah.
No, Iron Man was pro-registration in the comic, and he even set up the registration, and Captain America was anti-registration. He led the anti-registration,
I thought the movie was the inverse of the comic.
No. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen the movie, but I know that about the comic. Tony Stark represented, Iron Man, whatever, represented the pro-registration, and Captain America represented anti-registration. Like, there's a scene in the comic book that more or less paints the situation very badly in that, well, I mean, a lot of the scenes did that, but there might not have even been a fight between the two sides, except that the not Nick Fury leader of S.H.I.E.L.D. at the time pushing for the registration when talking to Captain America, saying that he knew he wouldn't go for it, and he knew that a lot of other people wouldn't go for it. She commands S.H.I.E.L.D. operatives to just point guns at him if he doesn't play ball.
Mm-hmm.
And so he ends up attacking them to get out of the situation, and goes and starts the rebellion against the registration.
That's how the movie works too.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have thought that they swapped it in the movie. I'd never even heard that.
I mean, that's what I had heard for the longest time, that it was swapped in the movie.
Now, if he's anti-registration in the movie, then it's not swapped. Oh, God. I should note that there is now a Civil War II comics going on right now about a different, like, subject, but I don't know who is representative of what side or anything like that.
And that's also what I was going to get into right now, because, like, there's that thing about Captain America saying "Hail Hydra" in the comic, and it's like, well, they won me over to Captain America with the first two movies after I watched them, you know, right before the third one came out, and then that third one made me like hate him, and then the Civil War II comics started coming out, and it's like, wow, no, like are they just trying to bury Captain America now? Like, what's going on?
In the original Civil War, Captain America gets demeaned by the public at the end of the story after beating the shit out of Iron Man. And being in a situation where it looks like he's going to kill Iron Man during the final fight, the public actual first responders to the fight show up, tackle Captain to get him off of Iron Man, and when he tells them, like, get off me, I don't want to have to hurt you, they're like, fucking look around, you idiot. And he notices, oh look, their fight's been tearing this fucking city up and causing, you know, destruction and problems. And he just, right then and there, he takes his mask off and gives himself up to the authorities. And then he is assassinated in an Italian comic after the event. So the original Civil War ended on a very not good situation for Captain America as well.
Wait,
although they that's Boomer Kuwanger. Oh, they call him Boomerang Kuwanger here.
Yeah.
They don't have it as just Boomer. That's part of why it gets me, is that they made Boomer into Boomerang, but they didn't change Kuwanger to Cockroach. Although again, as we already said, probably best. Okay, let's see. I have the missiles now.
Well, with the name Boomer, though, you kind of think like, oh, he's a guy that throws bombs.
I definitely, he was my favorite even when I was a kid, though. Even though I didn't know what Kuwanger meant as a kid. And I'll be totally honest, it never occurred to me when I was really young and first playing the game that he was supposed to be a bug.
Yeah.
I never really caught that because his design isn't super bug-like.
Yeah.
And I never...
That's why he's your favorite, because he looks like a bug.
Well, he was my favorite even when I was a kid and didn't realize he was supposed to be a bug.
Subconsciously, though, you always knew.
Come on, dude, throw your mace at me. Okay, whatever. I never, like, attributed the idea of the blades on his head as being antenna, which is obviously what they're supposed to be. To me, it was always just like, oh, Cut Man.
Yeah.
He had scissors on his head. This guy's got scissors on his head and throws them, you know, the same way Cut Man threw his rolling cutters, so... I always just thought he was, you know, the Mega Man X version.
Cut Man 2.
Cut Man, yeah.
Electric Boogaloo. Electric Spark Banjo.
Oh, come on!
I'm sorry, I got pizza in my mouth.
Yeah, you did. That's true.
I got it in there. I don't know what happened. It just got in there somehow.
It just showed up one day. Ow. Wow! Thanks, Controls, for like,
you're welcome.
Flipping the hell out.
You're welcome. I'm flipping out.
Well, don't do it again.
Okay. I can't promise anything.
No promises.
I'm gonna flip the hell out right now.
I mean, it didn't, so.
That was a false alarm. I'm just keeping you on your toes. Watch out! Here I go.
Maybe I'll do it now. Maybe I'll do it now. Nope! Ha! Fooled you!
Who knows when I'm gonna flip out?
God damn it.
I just kinda did.
No, that was me.
That was you. Oh. I really wanted it to be me. Oh, some Mario World stuff going on there.
I love that they can go to the back of the fence. Fence.
The fence.
Wow.
Yeah, Mario World.
I love in Mario World how the Koopas can be on the back of the fence.
It's great.
It is. Oh.
I love it.
This is part of the chain, well, not yet, but in the next stage when I get the final armor upgrade. I think this may have been part of the reason, the other half the reason they made the change to where the armor capsules were. Because, A, again, they didn't need to teach people about the armors anymore. They didn't need to force the dash on people to be like, hey, look at this fundamental thing you need.
Yeah.
But after you got the helmet, you would get that, where I got the boot upgrade in this game.
Yeah.
That's actually where the Buster upgrade is in the original game.
Yeah.
And as a result, it feels kind of unceremonious to get. I love the way they slightly. I love the art, I guess, for Koanger in this one.
I don't want to fight an old friend. Like you.
You're a Maverick hunter, and Maverick hunters are Reploids designed for fighting.
Fighting robot.
No matter what, huh? Of course. A chance for a fight this fun doesn't come along every day.
Yeah, I like his attitude in this game as well. He's like marginally philosophical, but he's all about, you know, we fight. That's what we do. So don't bullshit.
He's just like Cutman. Boomerang Koanger.
Owie. The names are even similar.
Yeah. Cutman, Boomerang Koanger.
They sound exactly alike.
Oh, it's the alliteration.
Crap, ow!
Boomerang Koanger. That's why he's still called the Koanger. No, think about it though.
No, that also makes sense. I don't know if that's entirely the logic.
Boomerang Cockroach does not sound catchy.
That's true, it doesn't.
Boomerang Koanger.
That sounds better than having the word cock in there.
Yeah.
Boomerang-a-wanger.
A wanger.
Ew, wanger.
Boomerang a wang.
I hardly knew her.
A wanger.
You got rolling cut. I mean, actually, I don't remember what it's called. Boomerang cutter. Oh, it's instead of rolling cutter, it's boomerang cutter. I was half right.
Jeez.